Hello everybody, so today I am doing this makeup look. I love how it turned out. Yes, of course, used the Jaclyn Hill palette. I know I've been using it in the last few makeup looks as well, but honestly, it's such a great palette. It's such a universal palette. I have not even played with any of the colors. This is my first time playing with the actual color, and honestly it is so gorgeous. And I kind of did like a mini cut crease and I just played around with the colors. So if you guys want to see this look, just keep watching.
Alrighty, so let's just hop right on in, and I am applying my unicorn serum and rubbing that in. This has been my favorite serum, as you guys may know. It's just life-changing. And then I am going to be applying some primer, and this is my L'Or primer by Guerlain. I'm just gonna rub that in as well, and then I'm just gonna quickly snap my fingers and do my brows. And now I'm prepping my eyes with my Tarte Shapetape and blending that in on my eyelid, and then of course setting them as well. And I'm just taking my L'Oreal loose powder and setting them. Sorry guys, of course I'm using the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm using this shade right here, and I am blending away and blending that into my crease, making sure it's all blended, and I'm still blending and blending. And now I'm taking this shade right here, and I'm going to be applying that just on my lower third of my eyebrow of my eyelid. And then I am going to apply a black over it. So taking this shade, which is the black, and I'm literally going over that. I didn't intend to do it, but it just so happened that I did. But I think that I just wanted to put down a little bit of a base before I applied the black, so then it's not super not blendable, I guess. So I'm starting to drag that upwards, and then I take my transition brush and this brush as well, and I'm blending out with my transition shade and the first dark shade that I used. And just keep on going back in with the transition brush and blending that in. Now I'm taking a smaller definer brush, flat brush, and I am literally just tracing out my crease, because this is going to be a little bit of a cut crease, but like a half cut crease, if that makes any sense at all. But now I'm going to take my concealer and I'm going to cut the crease. And this eye didn't turn out as well as the other eye. This eye is my trouble eye because my eyelids are completely different shapes of each other. So, but what can I do? You know, I make things work. After that, I take a little bit of this shade and I applied it on the inner half of my eye, but then I decided that I was going to just put it all over my eyelid, not just on the inner portion. So here I'm being very precise and very careful not to apply it too far in, and I keep looking back and forth like, is this okay? Like, should I apply the other lid? This is also where I'm like, should I apply it all over? I kind of didn't want to. I wanted to apply a different shade, but here, as you see, I decided it's going all over the lid. So that's exactly what I did. And then after I applied that all over the lid, I am going to just buff out that shade a little bit, just so it looks more blended. Now for foundation, I am going to be applying this one right here. It's the only one that matches me right now. It is the L'Oreal Pro Matte foundation by L'Oreal. I said that already. But I'm buffing that in with my favorite brush for foundation. I can never remember the name of it, but it's really good. And I'm so weird, and I didn't do any product shots, but here I'm doing my concealer, and I am using the Tarte Shape Tape What Is New It is the best concealer out there. And then I just blend it out with a Morphe sponge. Here I had a little bit of troubles. I don't know why, but when I went to the other eye, I was really having a hard time. But I was like, maybe it's the sponge, I guess. I don't know. And then I am baking. So I'm applying my L'Oreal loose powder and baking. And let's just say it kind of was way too bright. So right at this moment, I knew I messed up. Yep, there we go. So now I'm just trying to fix it up. So I took my pure powder and trying to blend it out a little bit. Nothing was really working at this point. I was like, let's just move on to my contour. So I'm using the Anastasia Contour Kit, and I just mix all 3 of the shades. Don't be fooled because it does look a little bit muddy and patchy, but in person, it didn't look like that at all. Now for blush, I'm using this one by Physicians Formula. And then highlight, yes, highlight. I'm using the Nars Hot Sand, and that kind of made it a little bit better. So for my lower lash line, I am using this shade and my transition shade. So I'm just applying that with a small fluffy brush underneath my lower lash line. And then I go in and I blend it out further with this brush right here, which was the one I used for the transition shade, and I believe I did apply some of that transition shade as well, just to buff it out a little bit more. For lashes, I'm using these Kiss 11 lashes. They are my favorite lashes out there. They're so super comfortable, and you can barely see the lash band if you blend them, if you get the lashes close to the lash line enough. So here I did want to blend it a little bit more, so I just took some of my Starlooks eyeliner pen and I blended out a little bit. I don't want to say blend it out, but I just hid the lash line. And now I'm just applying my mascara. And then I was like, all right, time for lips. And I'm using this Lottie London one. It's called Werk It. And it's such a nice, pretty cool tone shade. Very impressed. And it was like $5, literally, this lip shade. But after I applied the lip shade, that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in my next one. Goodbye!